Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue, and I want you to check out Bondy's Boutique and get some of my merch, y'all. I've added some new things like my mermaid cups and the mermaid tees, and also the Shake Them Tits mugs. All right, you asked for it and you got it. Check out Bondy's merch at Bondy's Boutique.
All right, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's get into the review. All right. I just want to remind y'all that these videos this evening are brought to you by lhhmia. Ooh, okay. Nigga took their braids out, had to get their hair deep conditioned with the lhhmia hair mask, okay? Had to get it, had to detangle with the co-wash, with the excellent slip, you dig I mean, okay? Had to put the conditioner in there to retain the moisture and then put the potion on top to give y'all, you know, the definition of the wavage, okay? And to keep everything all tight and uniformed in my two little pom-poms, because I didn't feel like twisting or braiding out a goddamn thing this evening. I was tired as a motherfucker. All right, but I'm happy to have my hair back and have that weight off my head, y'all. I can't say, y'all. Bitch was able to turn it head at night without flipping a whole hair, a heap of hair and all of that shit. Because you know when you got them long ass braids, there's no bonnet for that shit, okay? You can't lay right if you're trying to bunch all of that shit up under your head. You gotta keep flipping it over the pillow. And I'm somebody that like to be like this and then be like this and then be like this and then be like this. And I couldn't do none of that shit. Okay? So nigga is looking forward to these nights of sleep without all of the extra, okay? But yeah, y'all, let's get into Love and Hip Hop Miami. But thank you, lhhmia. The link is down below, all right? So, the episode started off with Amara having a dance class. Let me tell y'all something. I was on my Instagram today, and Amara let nigga I was on my feed in bathing suits. And I was just like, bitch, what is your regimen? Like, what do you eat? How much do you work out? What does your workout regimen look like? That bitch's body is like sometimes I be like, you just feel bad about yourself looking at that bitch. Like, damn. And you know what I'm saying? It's all hers and no work done. And you know what I'm saying? Not just everything all beautiful and toned and juicy. And I just be looking like, Amara, bitch. I don't know whether to be turned on or jealous. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, y'all, so she's having a dance class. A choreographer is there, and so is Prince. I don't know why Prince is there, but Prince is always somewhere, okay? So they gotta talk about Bobby's messy ass and how he's caused this rift between she and JoJo, and she's mad at JoJo because JoJo, you know, is friends with Bobby. It's just all of this bullshit, and I told y'all last episode I felt that she was tripping. But because she feels as if she has to do the same things that she's asking of JoJo, she invited Shay down. And Shay and Prince and the choreographer are all telling her that JoJo is not her friend. Okay, she doesn't want to believe that. She believes that she and JoJo can work these issues out, but she tells Shay that they can no longer be friends because of the way she disrespected JoJo. And I just kind of feel like, Amara, you got way too much going on in your fucking life for this to be an issue or a topic of conversation. You a grown ass woman with a career, okay, and shit to do. So JoJo and her chipmunk cheeks, I don't understand why she's fat at the top and skinny at the bottom. I don't understand, okay? I don't understand whatsoever. But you know what? Shay says, you know, Shay and her wig say that, you know what, girl, that's fine. I knew where your loyalty was lying already. But you gonna see that that bitch ain't your friend, okay? We've been telling her. What about your friends? Are you gonna be low down? Will you ever be around? Oh, well, they turn their backs on y'all. What can it be? I'm a little too friendly, so to speak. Hypothetically say, I supply creativity to what others mistake as a form of self-hate, only to make an enemy, which results in unfortunate destiny. They dog me out there and be next to me just because I am what some choose to envy. People try to say, I act a little funny. Shout out to TLC. God damn it. So I don't understand why Blue and Spectacular had to have the same conversation in two different scenes, but we only gonna talk about the first one, okay? And the only reason we really talking about it is because Blue had on the most fire mirror gold tie. I was just like, this nigga is clean as fuck for no reason at all. So because Spec finally asked him to be his best man, he takes him down to his place where he go and get all of his Willy Wonka strip club suits made, all right? So they trying on, you know, all of these funky looking fucking blazers and shit. And then they have the conversation about the confusion that is Pleasure P. In one breath, he's saying that y'all just finished y'all parts and when I come back, we'll get back on it as far as their album is concerned. But now that they have some tour dates that they could possibly do, Pleasure is talking about he don't want to do it and he want out. And I'm like, I swear you got more excuses than a nigga going to jail. You need to get your shit together, Pleasure, okay? Because as much as they talking shit about, oh, we might have to do it without him, there is no Pretty Ricky without Pleasure P. Let's just be real. Just like there's no Pretty Ricky without Spectacular, there is no Pretty Ricky without Blue, who did most of the engineering and producing of the music, and there is no Pretty Ricky without what's your boy name? Wow, I'm fucking up son because he wasn't in this episode, but he did most of the raps and shit. Like besides Baby Blue, Slick did most of the raps. So their group, I feel like everybody to the group was bringing something of value, to which if one of them was missing, it just would not feel right. You know, like Escape. Like they be trying to make it work without Candy and more power to them, but it's just not the same. And if y'all gonna do Escape, we want all four of you thick ass bitches, okay? Like that's all I'm saying, y'all. But anyway, they said that if they don't get this shit together, Pretty Ricky ain't gonna be so pretty no more. I'm like, nigga, y'all are on the cusp of that already. So y'all, Trick and Gunplay do some sports podcast. And you know, they gotta give their opinions on taking a knee. And y'all already know how I feel about that. If y'all don't know, like, I'm here for it. It was a respectful way in order to, you know, to protest the injustices of black people being killed by police officers and police brutality around the country, okay? That's what it was about. But all of the ignorant fucking people that had a problem with it tried to find a way to say you were disrespecting the flag, as if people who are in the army do not take a knee when someone is a fallen soldier. How the hell does that disrespect the flag? I will never know. Okay, I will never ever know, especially when you consider how all of these things were built off of the blood of black people, and y'all constantly try to disrespect us and not treat us equally. And then when you don't treat us equally, you try to tell us that we tripping about the shit. Okay, even your little funky ass Star Spangled Banner that wouldn't be shit without us singing it had verses in it that talked about keeping us enslaved. So please jump off a building with that shit, okay? Like I had a conversation with somebody one time and it's like, how is it disrespectful? They don't even have a real reason behind it. They just know the rhetoric to spit out with their hateful, ignorant asses. But I digress. Then we move on to how the felons can't vote, which I also think is a great carriage of misjustice. How is it that somebody going to jail means that they no longer should be able to vote? Like, I feel like that was just a way to keep people from being, you know, a part of the democratic process. If more people were able to vote, then maybe some people wouldn't get into office, okay? But, you know, just like y'all see that there are a certain number of black and brown people that are in jail so that y'all can keep them from being able to vote against some of the bullshit that takes place, especially once they didn't already pay their debt to society. But I think they just voted that away in Florida. I think it was Florida. I hope it was Florida. But I think now in Florida, a felon can still vote if they've already paid their debt to society and been out of jail for, I think, 5 years or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is. I'm probably definitely fucking it up. But either way, that's now a thing, I believe, in Florida. I think it's Florida and not Georgia, y'all. I can't remember for some reason. But either way, that was a part of the conversation. After the podcast is over, Trick and Gunplay are talking about how Chaotic asked Joy out on a date, but then turned around and asked Trick Daddy to do a feature on his song. And Trick is like, I don't know how he gonna ask me for a feature after he asked my ex out on a date. But you know what? I got something for that ass. So he asked Gunplay to play along in his way of fucking with Chaotic. And I'm just like, oh Lord, here we go. Gunplay say he gonna play along, okay? Because everybody gonna listen to Uncle Trick, okay? Because you don't know, nah, nigga, So y'all, Bobby shaded the fuck out of Amara La Negra on the VMA's red carpet with JoJo standing on his side laughing at his shady ass joke, calling Amara a messy bitch. So now Amara has beef with JoJo because she feels as if prior to all of this, if someone had said something negative about me, you would have defended me. But now I see that you laughing about the shit like it's cool. So she and JoJo have an issue. So there are some, you know, innuendos and then words back and forth on social media. And JoJo meets up with Bobby so that they can talk about it. And JoJo says that she went and talked to a spiritual advisor because nothing in her life is going right now. And she says that the spiritual advisor told her that a friend of hers put a root on her. I'm like, not to say that I don't believe that that's not possible, but the reasoning behind it is stupid. Because for one, you had beef with Prince before your beef with Amara happened. You had issues with your job, with your shop, and your father and your money before the issue with Amara happened. So I don't understand why now you believe that Amara is the reason behind your life going to shit. I feel like it's kind of bad decisions. For instance, we had said already before that we didn't understand why you couldn't just take your daddy's side in court and then be funneling money to your mama. Like, we didn't understand why that wasn't a possibility. But you know what, Chipmunk? Whatever you want to do, baby. But blaming Amara for all of the problems in your life sounds like some bullshit to me. Okay? Now, Amara mama, you know, might have put a root on your ass if that's what she wanted to do. But bitch, counteract the roots. All right? All you gotta do is do another spell, okay? You know, run some sage up in the house, put some salt at the door, all right? Put a white candle in a bowl of water, bitch. Like, work it the fuck out, okay? But all I know is I think it's some bullshit that she blames Amara for all of the issues in her life, okay? Like, really, bitch? I think it's just karma because you really are a messy little bitch. That's the reason why you got beef with all your friends right now. Because you messy, bitch. Not for no other reason except that. Bobby tells her that she needs to clap back. And I'm like, Bobby, please. Bobby, please, stop. You don't understand about Bobby. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't give a fuck about people, you know, men wearing makeup. I don't care about that. I'm going to do my video tomorrow where we're going to talk about Oscars and my views on Billy Porter and how y'all hating on him and his fabulosity. But, you know how sometimes you be like, nigga, your skin is great. Why are you wearing makeup? Like, nigga always got like buku bronzer on and shit. And I just be like, but Bobby, like, you already have good skin. Like, I feel like last season he wasn't wearing makeup as much and you couldn't even tell sometimes. But this scene, I was just like, what? Okay, Bobby, you doing a lot. But all right, whatever you want to do, baby. Yeah, I'm telling y'all right now, as soon as my skin clears back up, you will not see me on every video with makeup. You just won't. You just won't. But for some reason, I feel like Bobby is always trying to look like a fucking figure skater. Like, every time I see him in the confessionals and then I see his reunion show outfit, I'm like, nigga, just please put on some skates and go out there on the ice and live your life. All right? Because I don't know what the fuck you be wearing, nigga, but it ain't it. All right? It ain't it. I'm sorry. For everyday life, it ain't it. For the confessionals, it ain't it. So Trick invites Ratatouille, Gunplay, and Chaotic down to the water so that they can pick their own lobsters, okay? And I don't know why he was like, you know, okay, you could do that, and I'm gonna give you the feature. That's what he said at first. Nigga caught the lobsters, and then all of a sudden, you know what, let's do a cookout instead. And if we do this cookout, then I might give you the feature. And I'm like, Trick, you ain't gonna never get this nigga the feature. You just playing with his emotions, ain't you? See, he don't know who he talking to. Chaotic got a restaurant too. So Chaotic know how to cook, okay? He said, nigga, I grew up with this old babe. I know that's right. Okay, so when they cooking all of the lobsters and shit, Trick talking to them about how, you know, when he was coming up, it was the crack epidemic, and he got a homeboy that just got out of jail after spending almost 30 years in jail for selling crack and shit. So to see, you know, their generation, he really wants more for them than he had coming up, you know, being a drug dealer turned rapper and everything. And I think that was specifically directed to Chaotic and whatever the fuck he got going on that would have the police chasing his ass. But when Chaotic starts to talk about how, you know, the unmarked vehicle was following him, Trick was like, they did that shit to me too one time. I'm like, that should be illegal for you to follow somebody you know, in an unmarked car and expect them to stop. People are fucking crazy out here. I'm not stopping for no unmarked car. Is you crazy? Like, nah, I'll drive to the motherfucking police station before I let you pull me over in an unmarked car. That shit is not cool at all, bruh. They need to make that shit illegal. But you know, whenever it comes to police and the police, the ones who do shit that's not right, don't nobody want to do nothing. So, I think that's so fucked up though. But Chaotic says we could do the cookout, but if I win, you and Gunplay owe me a feature. I'm like, all right, we shall see, my nigga. We shall see. So Amara has a performance, and she invited Liz and Prince down at the event, and she also invited JoJo and Bobby down so that they can have a conversation face to face and stop all this drama back and forth online. Amara is mad because JoJo got online and said that Amara was tripping, asking her to choose her over Bobby. She can't just stop fucking with her friends because Amara don't like him and all of this type of shit. And Liz says that ever since Bobby and Prince stopped being friends, things are better between her and Prince. And I'm like, girl, that's only because nobody is showing you how disrespectful his ass is when you're not around. But okay, Liz, whatever. Anybody else notice her face look different? Fuck going on with your face, bitch? Your face look buku different. What's up with that? We gonna move on because, bitch, you barely a character on this show right now. So Amara does her performance. Okay, y'all know, like, when it comes to the dancing and the singing, Amara knows exactly what she's doing, okay? Ain't no time for play when homegirl gets on stage, all right? So then we see JoJo show up, and, you know, she walks up to her after the performance. And, of course, we got to go through this back and forth where I thought you were my friend. And, you know, well, you know what? We're not friends. No, we're not friends, and all of this shit. And Amara says, you know what? You choosing Bobby is not even the issue for me. The issue for me is you allowing him to talk bad about me. Whereas last season, you was telling people about themselves and exiting the building when they decided to talk shit about me. But now you kikiing and laughing with Bobby when he's talking about me on the red carpet. And, you know, she was like, you don't think about the things that you do. You don't think about the things that you say and you do beforehand. And JoJo starts screaming about, I do think about it and da-da-da-da, whatever. But then here come Bobby with an afro wig on. And I'm like, Bobby, what the fuck was that for? What was that for? What was that supposed to prove? Was that you trying to make fun of Amara? Like, really, nigga, with all of this extra energy? Like, sometimes I wonder if Bobby does coke before some of these scenes. Because he be on one beforehand and ain't nothing even fucking happened yet, y'all. Like, when that shit happened with him and Prince, the way he was acting, like, I just wonder, nigga, what drugs are you taking? Because you doing the most. So Bobby starts screaming and hollering about Amara putting a roots on JoJo, and she was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, see, you getting mad. There would be no reason to get mad if it wasn't true. She was like, I'm mad because you sound stupid. Then he starts shaking his ass and talking about in the confessional how she was in JoJo's ex DMs and all of this shit, and, you know, she's a liar. And I'm just over it at this point. Prince and Liz walk up, and Bobby is like, y'all need to get him the fuck out of here. And I'm like, why are you talking to this man? This man ain't said shit to you. Liz says, look, I know you in love with Prince, but he ain't gay, so please let it go. Then they start going back and forth and throwing shit, and Amara is like, please get him the fuck out of here. So Bobby leaves, and that's that. A whole bunch of drama and confusion for no fucking reason at all. No hits thrown, no resolution had, just a scene for absolutely fucking nothing. Moving along, y'all. Chaotic and Ratatouille invites Veronica down to his restaurant so that she can taste some of the food he's planning on cooking. So he done made this goulash, all right? And it's supposed to be, you know, one of the cook's grandmama recipe. He was like, oh, that's the ancient sauce. This nigga so stupid, y'all. Then they asked Veronica to be a part of their team, and she was like, no, not going against Trick for y'all. Not doing that at all. Then we got to talk about Chaotic and, you know, his situation with the Popo again. Y'all know every other scene we gotta talk about that shit. So Trick, Gunplay, and Michelle Pooch go down to the meat shop, pick up some food and pick up some meat. More meats and more meats, Marvin. If y'all know anything about the block party, y'all know where that came from. But that's some New Orleans local movie shit. Anyway, y'all, so Trick is talking about how he invited Amara La Negra down because he would really like to get a piece of that. And Gunplay is like, I don't know why he's talking about Amara La Negra. Okay, last time I talked to her, all I said was hi, and I had to break up with my whole lady about that shit. And it's like, son, please do not act like Amara was the only reason that happened. You was in somebody else's DMs as well. So please stop with that shit. And I thought you said ain't nothing happened between you and Amara. So why are you trying to throw salt on her like that? Now, Trick, I don't know if you got a shot with homegirl. I'ma just go ahead and put that out there like that, all right? But I guess, you know, dreamers can dream. Dreamers can dream. Michelle Pooch is there. She went to school at Carol City, and she knew Trick from when he used to do shows at the club, and she like, what you need me to cook, and she kind of low-key flirting with Gunplay, and it's just like, oh girl, you do not want them stress troubles. Please move on, okay? So then we move on to the cook-off, okay? Lastly, the cook-off. So Chaotic has now moved on from Joy to Veronica. She walk in and he like, oh, that girl look good, boy. And I'm just like, well, okay, whatever. She do be looking fresh, don't get me wrong. But, you know, Shay shows up in a wig, of course. And she's finding out what happened at Amara's event and how JoJo and Amara still beefing and how they ain't friends no more, baby. And, you know, of course, Shay feels gratified in knowing that she was right about JoJo. But we've all been saying this about JoJo even before your ass noticed it, okay? But you know what? Whatever. Bobby and Prince, you know, kind of go to the side and have a conversation, and Bobby apologizes to Prince about everything that went down, but then he throws some shade at Liz in the process. And Prince is like, okay, well, you know, that's fine and everything, but if you can't be cool with Liz, before he even gets a chance to finish his statement, Bobby jumps in and is like, well, yeah, you know, I was just about to say that, you know, I don't see it for us. We can just be cordial and I wanted closure. And I'm like, nigga, you was not about to say that. But you was about to get your face cracked and your feelings hurt by you putting up an apology and Prince telling you that if you can't be cordial and cool with his old lady, he can't fuck with you. So you decided to try to jump in front of him and say it first as if it even fucking matters. Grow up, Bobby. Grow the hell up. So to distract from feeling played with this Prince situation, he decides to try to get JoJo and Veronica Vega to make up. So they go over to Veronica's table and Veronica is like, look, how about this? How about we have a charity fight, and if I win, we don't have to be friends. If you win, we can be friends. And JoJo is like, you saying that like I want to be your friend or some shit like that. And she was like, I mean, well, you the one that came over here. JoJo was like, how about we fight right now then, bitch? And I'm like, girl, you don't want it. I don't think you want it at all. Chaotic was in the background like, ooh, we look like big or pumper. I'm like, child, I'll put my money on Veronica. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really like that bitch, but I'll put my money on her in a situation. She throws a whole thing of water at JoJo. JoJo calls her racist. She calls JoJo plastic. And we still don't get to find out who gonna win the cook-off. All we know is Trick showed up in a whole fucking food truck like, I got my pots, nigga, I'm ready. Yeah, that shit was funny. I can't wait to find out who won the cook-off, but we know it's probably gonna be Trick. Anyway, y'all, that was Love and Hip Hop Miami. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. This show is so all over the place, and some of the shit I feel like is so orchestrated and fake. I don't know if they're gonna be able to keep this going for another season, but I did see they finally put out a promo for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So I'm hoping Atlanta has something better to offer us this season than they did last season. But child, we shall see. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I'm going to try to do a Bondi Blue show tomorrow with some Oscars talk, some more Jussie Smollett drama that went down, and anything else that happens between now and then. So I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Peace out.